Hello? Hello? Ugh. So this is a blind playthrough of Doki Doki Literature Club. I haven't played or seen it before. I've seen, pictures on TikTok and social media and stuff, but never really got the gist of the game. All I know is that it's a horror game. So, yeah. Actually, I'll change my settings later, I guess. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention that she might draw to herself. That girl is Sari, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of worked out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. If she's going to chase me after like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, and let Sayuri catch up to me. Wait, 1 second. Why is my live chat unavailable? Oh, hi guys. Sorry, I couldn't see my chat. It was saying my live chat is unavailable. There we go. There we go. However, I sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayuri catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yes, this is 2-S according to what I've seen. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's just mean, RC. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayuri. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the street becomes increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, RC, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I just miserably go along with whatever she's talking about. Sayuri likes to worry a little too much about me while I'm personally content and by on average while I'm spending my free time on games and anime. Wow, that was personal. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know that you're happy, but I have to thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. 1 second, I'm gonna search that up. I don't know what that word means. I know it's a acronym, but a young person who is no longer in education. What is the acronym? Not in education and unemployment. Not in education, employment, or training. Okay, that's... damn. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look into a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Well, you at least promise me you'll try a little. Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Fuck. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind and at least a little, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. School day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sawyer wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayuri? Sayuri must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. You are not Retep, and you are not evil. I look around and realize that I'm the only one in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. You shut up. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayuri. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayuri is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 90% sure she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. I don't even know how to respond to that one. You are not my alter ego. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayuri is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning to have planned all of this out. You are? Oh my god. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. I don't see where people are calling this a horror game. This feels like 2-S. Or like an anime dating simulator or something. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayuri across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Remember how Mirage went on a rant about some BS? Yeah? Sayuri, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, and this is, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. It's just not a horror game yet. So it gets scary later on. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayuri always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Ready to kill the atmosphere? Archie, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the Literature Club. The club. ... All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name apparently is Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made the cupcakes, according to Sayuri. You can't just ignore her while she gets moody. Sayuri says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. So that's Yuri, Natsuki, and Sayuri. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayuri and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. What are you? Huh? Is that a... What is that? 1 second. What are you saying? 1 second. That looks like an address, maybe? I don't know what that is. 308 Winchester. Okay, so it is a bullet. Oh, cartridge. Not shopping, not shopping. Why is the first thing a wig for $4,000? Okay, so it's a gun, and the 7.62 by 52 Nato. They look the same. I'm not good with guns, but they look the same. Oh my god, fuck you. This is bullying. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? So that's Monica. That's right. It's great to see you again, RC. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, RC. We made a room for you at the table. Also, you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then, how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayuri mentioned, it's widened and so that only one space is next to Monica and one space next to Sayuri. Natsuki and Yuri walked over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray, and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayuri. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh, whoa! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayuri grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious! Sayuri talks with her mouth full and already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayuri said, well, maybe, but not for you, dummy. Alright. I give him Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Do you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not insulted. Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and so you seem really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand for all the politics around the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't even more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right. Everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's where they were so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know. So Archie, what kinds of things do you read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. Wait, is Yuri a lesbian since Yuri, lesbian? My favorite cups are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. But she seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in. But it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But, you know, I like a lot of things. Yuck. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped onto something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with The Rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you, I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, even if only for a brief moment. I got a notification, 1 second.